start like while it's starting. Hello, everybody, and welcome to April Patreon Hangout number 1. Sitting here with some new friends and some old, and yeah, just doing the same thing we usually do. The same thing we do every Patreon Hangout.
Try to take over the world.
Talk about a bunch of random ass shit. How's it going, everybody?
Pretty good.
Good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It's Friday. It's National Beer Day in the States, isn't it?
I think you're right, actually. I think you're right.
I believe it is.
And I'm on the fridge now for that.
There you go.
Yep, and I'm sitting in an office wearing a tie for National Beer Day. That's how my people celebrate.
Yeah, but when you do get that beer, it's gonna taste so much better.
So
I'm out of beer. All I have is this hard root beer.
Ooh,
Hard root beer? Those are pretty good. What is it called? Which one is that?
Best damn root beer.
I've had that. Yeah, that's pretty good. There was a scandal here in town where they were trying to convince the stores to stop carrying it because the clerks didn't realize that it was alcoholic. They were selling it to all the high school kids. So all these high school kids just getting wasted drunk and like burping out, root beer burps and. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot.
We have the same stuff in my restaurant that I work at, and we have a little tiny Coke cooler. And we never sold it to any kids, but it was sitting in the same shelf right next to like the cans of Coke and Pepsi and everything. And the other servers were about to grab it, and I'm like, you can't give that to kids. That's alcohol.
Right.
Damn.
We had the same crap with Hooch back in the day over here, but I'm going back like a long time, 10, 15 years.
Was it actually called Hooch?
Yeah.
I really don't
I
know.
think I had that too. Yeah.
It was like some basically sugar-filled, nasty, watered-down vodka drink, basically, I think.
Sounds about right. Fucking, yeah. Oh my God. It just makes me think about Four Loko, and that brings back so many memories of puking.
My cousin used to drink so many fucking Four Locos when he lived with us.
Me and this gutter punk kid that I'm good friends with, and I love him to death. But one night he has a tendency, he gets me into trouble. Anytime he comes into town, he gets me into trouble. One night he shows up, he's like, "Hey, we are going to be drinking Four Loko tonight." And
that sounds fun.
Sure, why not? And so we go to the store and we don't know what kind to get. So we get one of each of all of the different flavors. We come home and I had this big drink dispenser thing and we just poured them all in together and poured drinks of that. And that tasted really good. Like, it was wonderful.
Four Loko fruit punch.
Yeah, Four Loko fruit punch.
Or it was like when you were a kid and you'd get all the different drinks and make a suicide.
Yeah,
except it was Four
like
Loko, so it was a literal suicide.
It was close.
Damn.
It was close. And yeah, so I thought that's what Four Loko always tasted like. So I went, a few weeks later and I bought a Four Loko thinking it was going to taste delicious. They're fucking gross.
Yeah.
They're terrible. Unless you mix them all together, then they're awesome. They taste wonderful, but like, whoa.
Damn.
Were you that one weird kid that took all the like ice pops and then ate them together, right? Or mixed them all into one big bash and froze them in cubes?
Yeah, they called it suicide here in the States. I don't really know why.
Yeah, I used to work in a bar, and it used to be a birthday drink that everyone would take basically a shot from every dropper that we had lined up.
Mm-hmm.
It was usually sensible right up until you hit the Pernod, which is, I don't know if you've had it, but an absinthe drink. At that point, you just look back at them and it's like, are you sure?
There's a game that they play at some of the SCA events around here. I don't know if it's very widespread, but at least it was over here. And they do it at the Pirate event that we used to go to. And it's called the Ugly Mug. And the Ugly Mug is a big, ugly fucking mug. And you set it somewhere.
Aptly named.
Wait. Yeah. You set it somewhere. You fill it with like something random. And you set it somewhere where people are going to see it. And you wait until somebody looks. And you're like, you just looked at the Ugly Mug. Take a sip and pour whatever you're drinking into it. Do it now. And so throughout the night, people are taking a little sip and then pouring a little bit of whatever it is that they're drinking. By the end of the night, that is the most disgusting fucking thing.
Yeah, my ex used to collect Ugly Mugs. Those things are expensive as hell now if you can get the originals.
Was there actually a brand called Ugly
That's a
Mug?
game I might have to play.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a brand or it, but yeah, there's like older ones. Hang on.
Yeah, it is a really fun game to play, especially when near the end of the night to see who's so drunk that they just start drinking out of it because they don't care. Then you get to remind them of that the next day. Like, why do I feel so bad? Dude, you drank out of the ugly mug. What the fuck?
It's like waking up.
Of course, that could get really weird if the cup the person was holding wasn't a drink but was their dip cup, and it was like, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw a quality one from Tabletop Miniatures. They went round to Adepticon and asked like professional painters, basically 6 questions. The last one was, have you ever drunk out of your paint water? And the amount of people that have is just like either dunked their brushes in their coffee pot or drank straight from the paint water. I've done it once only because I was stupid enough to use an empty Pepsi can filled, and then my normal Pepsi can was next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen what paint looks like after you've been painting for like a week and the water's been sat there, but it ain't tasty or pleasant.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. It's not the most
Unique
appetizing
situation where paint is tasty.
GW used to put lead in their inks, so that could be delicious.
Right.
You don't want to live.
Didn't a famous painter go crazy because of them sucking on their brush and it had lead-based paint on it?
Quite possibly.
it sounds like
That might have been Van Gogh for all I know.
next week they cut his ear.
We need an art history major stat. It's the first time anybody's ever said that.
I'm sure
But-
someone will correct me
I
in the
was going to be a
comments.
history major, but now I'm a social major. I'm trying to bring some logic back to the fucking profession.
There you go. It's not a bad idea. It's a noble goal. Noble goal. We need more sanity in schools. That's for fucking sure.
Oh, by the way, I figured out something funny. Ronnie Dennis isn't a trans. He's a freaking drag queen, not trying at all.
Is he playing Riley again now? I keep hearing shit about this. Is it
Riley.
not Rimby?
He's just a drag queen. And I know drag queens because my cousin is a drag queen.
Well, I wouldn't classify him as a drag queen because he doesn't try and dress like super fancy. I'd say he's just a transvestite.
Yes. Hey, and you're a better transvestite than he is.
Well, back in the day, I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but I was very passable. Very passable.
Trap Jeff.
What
Mhm.
made you stop?
There was a few reasons. There's a few reasons why I stopped. One of the main reasons why I did it as often as I did back then was my first girlfriend. I lost my virginity to her as well. I was 16, she was 22, which was a really fucking weird situation. She wasn't a good person either, so it sucked. But her fetish was transvestites. She absolutely loved transvestites. And so I had already done some cross-dressing just because I could, and I was a very girly looking boy, when I was younger. So she kind of encouraged it a lot. And when our relationship fell to shit, I didn't really feel like doing that and rewarding her for cheating on me all the time by engaging in her favorite fetish. And then I got old. And I just can't really pass. So the last time I did it, it's more for like a drag queen thing, for one of my birthdays we had a clown rampage. We all dressed up like clowns, and I was
God.
prom queen clown.
Oh,
So I wore a prom dress.
that picture's on Google. Did you realise
Yeah,
that
it
picture's on
is.
Google, Jeff? Yeah, I've
That's
seen
okay.
it. It's terrifying. But
Yes,
then
it
again, I'm terrified of the clowns, so it probably wasn't a good idea for me to look for that photo in the first place.
That's a good reason to be
Yeah.
terrified by it. Yeah.
Hey, watch
gonna
out!
try and
We're
find
gonna
it.
start having fan artists drawing you in a wedding dress in Mems in a tuxedo.
That'd be okay. That'd be kind of cool.
What was that fanfic? Weren't you the girl and Mems was the guy or something like that? You were reading it out on some live stream.
I don't remember about that one. I know Beyond Fear did a couple of pictures that she drew of me as a girl, but that's just something that she does,
What's that rule? Like rule 16, 7 or something like that?
63.
Yeah, I think it's Rule 63. Where are my clown pictures? I'm gonna find them. While we're talking. Oh, yeah. Here's another one. Here, I'll show you this.
Are you
This is pretty.
funny how a clown do I fucking amuse you?
Whilst you're talking, by the way, did you see the hashtag following Sargon stream for hashtag Sargon body pillow?
Sorry, I have not seen that. No.
Is it extra stuffed?
I hope so.
Yeah, there you go. So this is that's me as Dr. Girlfriend back in 2009.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I think. Yeah. There's my buddy was the Monarch and shit. Yeah. It's fun.
Can you even smoke enough to get that voice?
Oh, darling, come on. Don't be like that. It's okay. Something like that. It's been a while since
Dr. Venture.
Dr. Venture. Oh, God. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Like an old Jewish mother.
Yeah.
Shoe on head in 60 years.
That's pretty good, actually. Son of a bitch. I want to find that clown picture now. I'm really excited about it.
What a sneak bastard.
Facebook sucks ass.
Skyrim me.
That's why I deleted mine.
Yeah, it's how I keep up with family members. It's like my main motivation in keeping it around.
No.
Yeah.
People that aren't capable of moving on to something better.
Mine's full of high school friends that I never talked to anymore.
Yeah, right. Shit.
Who did you met?
You need to bring your family up to the current age. I was watching Monday Matt's Twitter earlier, and he mentioned explaining the Hitler did nothing wrong meme to his mother. Apparently, she laughed her ass off at it.
Oh God, that's funny.
What a conversation to have.
Oh man, I got to see Matt for that meetup up in Portland. That was a lot of fun. That's pretty cool. He was. I didn't get a chance to hang out with him though, unfortunately. But I was like hanging out with Mundane Matt. People give Mundane Matt so much shit, and I understand why they do. I can't find that picture. Sorry, guys. I understand why they give Mundane Matt shit, but he's genuinely a really sweet, nice dude. He's fun to hang out with.
Comes across that way. How busy was your little April 1st event anyway?
It was busy. It was really busy. There was over 25 people there.
Damn.
Yeah. People were so very nice and sweet. We had great conversations. I think a bunch of people made new friends because a lot of people in Portland, Portland is full of so many wingnut, gluten-free, vegan type people that are super social justice-y.
You could almost form your own community with that many people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people they don't realize that there are shitlords actually in Portland. And so at these little meetups, they make friends and, they have people to hang out with. And it's nice. It's fun. It's really strange, though. It's really weird having people want to take pictures with me. It's very strange. It was a very strange experience.
Hey, I'm going to drop out and come back in. I'm going to switch to my computer.
All right, man. But yeah, it was good. It was a lot of fun.
People fawning over you?
I don't think anybody was fawning. There was a couple of people who were a bit nervous. I always get nervous before I do those types of things, but then I get a beer in me and I'm like, hey, is this guy? How's it going? When somebody seems nervous, I've had a tendency throughout my life when somebody looks nervous, I'm like, hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Just to like talk with them in eye contact until they get like really chill. And I'm like, cool, awesome. All right. I don't know. I've always done that.
Then you realize they're heavily autistic and can't glare you in the eye. You're just stuck in an awkward situation.
I don't think that happened yet. That hasn't happened to me yet.
Oh, you attract a different kind of man.
Mm-hmm. There was this one guy. He's been to both the meetups so far, and he does 3D printing. They made me this super cool vase.
That's
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. He does like all sorts of crazy stuff with 3D printing. I really want to go to his event, but I'm not going to be able to. Oof.
Man, I've seen some crazy shape ones.
The 3D printer.
What's that, Red?
It reminds me of the stream you did with Data Lucum and his 3D printer.
Oh, yeah. We kept trying to get him to make penises in it. Yeah. I still want one.
Can't believe I sat in that for 5.5 hours. It's absolutely brilliant. I've watched that stream so many times.
I'm afraid to watch it.
Every single time.
I'm afraid to watch it. I don't know.
That stream was epic.
That stream got out of control.
That stream was amazing.
I still don't remember the end.
Oh no, it's Darth Maul.
Yeah. Yep. Mem's having to convince me not to take my pants off.
No. That was Worski's stream.
Was that Worski's
That was
stream?
Wolski's stream.
They all do this and we'll bleed together.
I got kind of drunk at that stream.
Yeah. I got a little drunk in that stream too. Andy got a little drunk in that stream. Did any of you guys get to see it live?
Oh yeah.
I
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys know about why that stream had to get edited.
Yeah.
Let's not say it. Let's not say what it was. We'll just keep it between us because that was crazy.
You see that message from Badger in the chat, by
Dead
the
after the
way?
pirate song.
Says his mic's broken. But he does have a nice picture for you.
Okay.
In the Hangouts chat, not the YouTube
Badger, I
one,
hope
sorry.
you can figure out your thingy. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Is it you, Badger, that's been he's not here anymore, so I don't think he can answer. But is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is still here. Good. Is it you that's been making these awesome 3D images? Because I don't remember who's been sending them, and I've gotten like 3 of them so far. Here, let me share this with people. These are so cool. These are really rad.
Yeah, I had my problem when I joined in that Hangouts kept selecting the wrong audio device.
Oh, yeah, I had some issues with that today too.
And now Firefox isn't supported.
Yeah, isn't that cool? That's so fucking neat.
So claymation.
I know. And it's even got like Mem's Native American necklace thing and her super fancy nose ring. That's awesome.
Looks like something on a Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Shit Lord Deathmatch.
Well, there's going to be a video game here pretty soon.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to post a link to that or something. I was watching the stream, but there was nothing in the description for it. And I tried searching like Jeff Holiday, Mugen, Fire, whatever. I could find nothing.
I'm trying to remember what his name is. I mean, he doesn't have anything to show us yet. He's had some pixel art done.
Okay.
But that's pretty much about it so far. And I'm trying to remember his name. I think it's Triac 666. God of Bacon. I think he's the one that might be doing the Mugen thing. But yeah, he was like, "What kind of attacks do you want?" And I'm like, "Dreadlock, hair whip, and Leroy, dude. Come on."
So
You combine Leroy and your dreads to create a flare.
That'd be kind of cool.
So like the hair whip that, what was her name? Mortal Kombat, Purple Woman, screamed a lot.
Melina?
Sindel.
Yes, Sindel.
Yeah, like Sindel's hair whip then.
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh boy. Oh no. No hentai discussions. Oh Christ.
And no weird law discussion like we did last time.
What was I can't remember how we got on that topic, but we were talking about law, weren't we?
It was weird laws. It was one of the guys that was doing a research project on laws in Florida.
That was fun, though. That was a lot of fun. That was
know.
cool. That was wild. I think it is still technically illegal to fuck a dog in Oregon.
You know it's illegal to have a bathhouse here in California? Which is like, why? Bathhouses.
Maybe you guys can answer me this, because I've heard people refer to places as bathhouses, but I think it depends on what country you're in is what the meaning actually means.
I think thinking like Japanese style bathhouses, because those are pretty common back in the day here in California.
A bathhouse here is like a spa, basically like a public baths.
Yeah, that's what I thought it would be.
Could be why it's legislated.
There's a bathhouse up in Portland, but you don't go there.
The bay.
Not unless unless you're at least at least 5'10" and about 300 pounds, hairy and male. Then you go.
Oh, it's a bear place.
Because yes, it is a leather bear gay sex spa. Bathhouse. Yeah. It's bathhouse.
How do they
it's
keep all
very-
the hair out of the drinks?
What?
How do they keep all the hair out of the drains? That must be an issue.
I tell you what, whoever their pool filter guy is making a mint off of those guys.
Right?
God, yeah.
I mean, from several of my friends, the place does come highly recommended, but I can't say I've ever gone.
Come on, Jeff. We want you to come to the bathhouse.
I'm good. You know, as soon as somebody starts calling me club and making growling noises at me, I'm like, that's not my scene, buddy. Have fun. Not my scene.
By the way, they're not bears. They're straight up Wookiees.
Yeah, I almost did get a job at the bar that's attached to it, because I think they were trying to offer me the job to try and get in my pants, but I almost got a job as a bartender working in that bar. So could have been cool.
Hey Jeff, you run across any fan fiction of you?
I've had quite a bit written about me. Actually, yes, I have.
I'm waiting
Definitely.
I'm waiting for the Wizard / Jeff. That's gonna be the fun one. So those come
Oh, yeah, that hasn't happened yet. I put out that call. It was a challenge for people to write the most raunchy, disgusting, funny adjective, erotic fan fiction that they could think of about their favorite YouTubers. And then I would do a series where I tried to get other YouTubers to read them live and not laugh. Problem is, I got plenty of submissions. I got a tons. And they were fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is I then go to a bunch of YouTubers. I'm not gonna name names because I don't want to like put anybody on blast for this. But I went to all the big name YouTubers, all my friends, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to read these with me?" And they never replied. Ever.
Well, you know,
It was
Jeff,
probably
this is
just
going to
YouTube
give
and
you a
Twitter
great
deleting the
time
message.
at VidCon to ask them in person.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I did get Bearing and Sugar Tits to read some on a stream once. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
And I was stuck my
Where
fucking
you
dick in
were.
her, and I was stuck my fucking dick in her cunt, and she was fucking hairy.
You know, some people got real creative with it. Some of the things that they were saying. I mean, oh wow, lots of cuckold porn. It was
Didn't he involve Steve Shives?
no Steve Shives. There's one saved in my Gmail that's me and Christy Winters.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Who's top there?
She is. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was real thrilled about that one. What if I could find that? Oh, Jesus. Horrible
It's okay.
story. Oh, yeah. This is gross. This is so fucked up. I'll read it if you guys want.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just the best bit.
What kind of question is that?
Oh,
And doing your best narrator voice.
okay. All right. You guys ready? We're getting
You have to impersonate Morgan Freeman.
We're going R-rated.
we're getting sexual in this stream. All right, here we go. Jeff awoke with a sharp pain at his wrist. It was not commonly. I just realized my kid's right next to me.
Go away.
Hang on, I got an idea. Hang on.
Let him play in the backyard.
Put Dave Rubin on in the background.
Yeah, hang on a second. I got it.
Shit, that's one way to traumatize the kid. Actually, if we could get Dave Rubin to read that story.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
We
Chardonnay,
need to get
everyone.
Undoomed to read some of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Jeff. Wait. Let me do my best. I'm doomed. And then Jeff woke up with a pain in his wrists.
Jeff Holiday woke up with a pain in his wrist.
I'm sorry, honey. I'll do my best to make it up to you. Ice cream later. Mems is having a rough day.
You're pissed off, Mems.
Ice cream.
Jeff awoke with a sharp pain at his wrist. It was not a completely unusually pain. I'm going to read it with the typos. There was something strikingly familiar about it. A drop of sweat rolled from his brow as he struggled to adjust to the bright light, intermixed in rays, burning his fragile retinas. What the fuck? What the fuck? Jeff attempted to murmur, but the only sound that came out was a small squeak, similar to the sound of a mouse makes as the trap snaps quickly across its neck, ever so quickly ending its life. As his eyes adjusted, shapes started to come into focus, a vague golden color and some kind of ramshackle wall. Appearing to be constructed by the most inept carpenter, it allowed long gleaming rays of light to illuminate his surroundings. Does everybody get in the picture? This is very...
Yeah, this is actually pretty good writing.
Tone setting. It's
Where the
very
fuck am I?
tone-setting.
He questioned himself over and over, attempting to piece together the blurry pictures that flashed through his mind. Shut the fuck up, he yelled in his own head. Weird. The voices, confusion, and familiar imagery assaulted his every sense and that stench. Jeff was not unused to foul smells. Thanks. His time in the neo-hippie movement exposed him to many different and foul smells. Cooling, animal excrement, and even the aroma of someone simmering away in their own load all day on a hot Arkansas afternoon. What the fuck?
I thought you were from Louisiana.
How did they know?
This smell was different. It smelled of death, destruction, loathing, and hatred. Imagine the smell of the trenches of World War I. It pales in comparison. No, this was a smell Jeff had smelled once before. Jeff's sensitive eyes were now almost fully adjusted to the light. The stench grew in magnitude. He could almost put his finger on it. Immediately, Jeff's instincts kicked in, although dulled slightly by the use of many psychoactive compounds. Jeff was surprisingly agile for a
that part's
washed-out...
accurate.
Yeah. Jeff was surprisingly agile for a washed-out Jonathan Davis impersonator. The pieces clicked together. He was at the barn, the old one off 101, just in the hills, previously belonging to a couple of old farmers in the 60s. It fell into disrepair after they passed away. It had become a late-night party hangout for the local stoners and freaks. Ramshackle and destitute, a fitting scene for the horrors Jeff would have to survive.
Horrors or whores?
I'm so glad you're awake, Jeff, frothed a gravelly voice from the corner.
Brett Keane?
That voice, that smell. Jeff screamed at the top of his lungs in terror, realizing the peril that befell him. Christy Winters. He vomited on the straw strewn across the floor. Wow, this is a lot longer than I thought it would be.
Can't leave us hanging
It's
now.
longer than the last book review I did.
Right? Finally, we can have a nice little chat about male privilege. You know about male privilege, right, Jeff? Jeff vomited again, managing to choke back the bile long enough to shout, "Male privilege is a myth!"
Stop fucking my family.
God. Oh, shit. I don't know if I want to keep going. This is bad.
What, is she going to bring up one of her robust feminist arguments?
Oh, dude, it gets so gross. It gets so gross. Okay.
Go ahead.
Robust feminist argument is her nickname for something.
Christy narrowed her already fat, Chinese-looking eyes. Oh, my God.
We need
I'll try.
get Chris Warshing on here. He'll make it legit.
Jeff, get the vodka.
Like, no drinking today. No drinking today. No way. No escaping this. Now, Jeff, I'm going to prove to you once and for all that male privilege exists. You get the male privilege of using me like a toy. A big, fat, sexy toy. Oh, Christ. Jeff vomited again as those words sunk in. You sick cunt, he proclaimed. Not even Andrew Marlowe would fuck you. Who's Andrew Marlowe?
Yeah, who?
I don't know who Andrew
No
Marlowe
idea.
is. But,
Maybe it's who wrote this.
Maybe. Christy broke wind, blowing out some of the rotten wood of the barn into the open grass outside. That's wrong, you naughty boy.
On anime.
Jeff vomited again and released his bowels as Christy removed her 16-foot by 16-foot tarp she calls a moo-moo. All four of her hairy, cow-like teats dangled grotesquely like an old man's balls in front of Jeff.
She's got double front tits.
Okay.
And probably has back boob, too.
I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break from that.
Yeah,
Taking a
okay.
break.
I'm so glad I have alcohol.
Oof.
Need a drink.
But that's
You
the kind of
said
stuff
this
that
was written by a
said.
fan.
Yeah, this is written by a fan.
Hey, is my mic working?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, thank goodness. Hurrah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got nothing
Glad
to
to
say.
be hearing your voice, man.
3 British people in the stream. Oh, we're taking over.
Ooh.
It's
Well, it's,
Yeah,
it's
it's
the date and time of the thing, isn't it?
It's a dating. What?
Don't worry.
So
Oh,
I
no,
had
it's early Friday night in UK.
Like 7:30
Oh,
evening.
yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
take Britain back. We're gonna take Britain over. We're gonna annex Canada and Mexico and become Oceania.
And then Ireland,
Sure.
sit there.
Go
blessed!
We're taking Ireland too because you guys are fun.
No, fuck off. Ireland's mine.
No.
Go away. No, shoot.
You'll
You
become
got
a
fucking Yankland. Go away.
We'll
Ireland.
conquer Canada and kick the social justice out of there.
Ooh, that's a lot of social justice to kick
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot.
Don't worry,
We're gonna need another
It's gonna be a long
Australia.
fight.
don't worry. We have Jordan B. Peterson. He can help. He'll make him prime minister.
There you go.
Kermit for Prime Minister.
How about we just strap a bunch of body armor on him, give him an M60, and hop him up on angel dust and just let him loose on college campuses? Is that a school shooter, Joe? Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Oh, we're getting demonetized.
Well, there goes my
More
channel.
than demonetized.
Fanfic review is already demonetized.
I know.
And that's why live streams are done on the backup channel.
There you go. Yo,
You're about to get Pope mined. Jeff
Well.
Holiday has recently come out supporting school shootings, and that there was a school shooting recently in Eugene, Oregon. There might be a link.
it was I had that conversation with Omni Destiny last night, and I thought it went pretty well. But by the end of it, I had a few vodkas, and I really wasn't paying attention to what I was saying. And then somebody pointed out this clip to me at the very end, like the last thing. He asked me to do a Paul Joseph Watson impression, and I
I
did.
remember that one. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm like, you know, one of these days I gotta find Paul Joseph Watson in an alley, and I'm gonna butt fuck him. And I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. I have.
Maybe
Some
you should stop
internalized
drinking on
misogyny.
stream.
Yeah, I gotta stop. That's why, no more alcohol on streams, except for the YouTube saints. You know, that's a given.
Mm-hmm.
When is the next one?
Every Sunday night. Every Sunday night.
Plug.
No, there you go. There you go. Trying to.
Script right now.
Chardley.
Yes.
Who are you gonna have on this week?
I'm not sure yet. There's a couple of people that I want to invite. I haven't actually messaged any of them yet.
You get Magog on. Magog's fucking awesome.
I do want to get Magog on.
You ever have that guy T on to talk to you?
What's that?
You ever have that guy T on to talk to you? I don't think I've seen that one, but I'm not sure.
Not on YouTube Saints, but I've streamed with T quite a few times.
I
He's
think
going crazy about the whole Syria thing right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of
fucked
people
up.
are. A lot of people are. A lot of people are pretty worried. I can understand why.
It's an
Yeah.
ancient Republican tactic. Whenever you're not in a strong position, just start a war somewhere.
yeah.
Somewhere as weak as possible, preferably.
Sure, why not? It's kind of worked before.
T's the guy who has the whole fuck roads thing, isn't he? Is that?
Isn't he? He's an anarcho-capitalist, isn't he?
I don't think he's actually a full blown anarcho-capitalist, but he is a hardcore libertarian.
I sometimes mix up, and just because the names, some black guy and black IT, I sometimes say some black IT. Like they somehow fuse into one.
Oh yeah, all African Americans are exactly the same. Am I right?
Oh, did you see that? You see that that decoded video recently that Worky did?
The newest one. I haven't watched Worski's response to it yet. No.
Oh god, it was so bad.
Oh, where it says that all races kind of look the same, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
His latest one. I saw that one. Did you see his recoded?
Oh yeah,
yes.
that was
Yes,
hilarious. Andrea and Worski.
Oh god.
I was slightly scared by the end of that.
I'm continually impressed with Andy. I'm so happy I'm gonna be fucking rooming with him at VidCon. Like he's just so. Him and Chris are so much damn fun to hang out with. Holy shit, they're ridiculous.
You're gonna have to let us know where the party is that night.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I don't know what all we're gonna be doing that weekend. There's like a couple of different ideas, but
I
yeah.
always think Warski goes from 0 to 100. I know that's his style, but
Mhm.
I sort of I've transposed that to your holiday staying, or so it's gonna be. My toothbrush has moved. Fuck you! I give you.
The thing about Worski is he doesn't seem to go from 0 to 100. He seems to go from like 95 to 100. Like
Yeah.
his zero set point is still far higher than everybody else's.
I'm pretty
That's my
sure.
secret.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
my secret cap. I'm always at 100.
Yeah, there you go. I'm pretty sure among the 5 of us that are all staying together, I'm probably going to be the one that's going to get everybody into trouble. Pretty sure.
Jeff, are you implying you're a bad influence?
I am absolutely stating that outright.
Well, he is the oldest among them all.
Yep. Just well, shit. How old is? I know I'm older than Repsion, but has Repsion hit 30 yet? I don't know.
I think Repsion's like younger than me, and I'm 28.
He might be.
Wait, Blair's the youngest. She's 22.
Yeah.
He's just
Young
23.
whippersnappers.
I'll be the old fart getting everybody in trouble.
It'll be older bro Jeff.
Yeah.
Was
Maybe
your
you're not that
birthday
old, though.
35, Jeff? Was that?
Yeah. I just turned 35. I know I'm not actually old. I just like.
Oh no, of course, but a few people have trouble with that because it's literally the demographic change on forms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's where you join the.
It is, isn't it?
Jeff, you're no longer 18 to male, 18 to 34. You are not the target demo for anything.
Nice. Yes, I'm free. Cool. Good.
You've joined me and Brian.
Awesome.
Old
digging it.
fox.
I like it. It's a good feeling. I love getting older every year. It's better and better. Every year is
I
better. and
regard
better.
it as leveling up.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't bounce back as quickly anymore from binge drinking, which does kind of suck. That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm a lot easier to keep happy. You know.
That's my thing. I can go as hard as ever for one night. But what I have lost is the ability to like string nights together.
Yes, the recovery period is longer.
Yeah. The only way to get around that, and there's a way to get around it, and the way to get around it is to just not stop.
Correct.
Yes.
You could still pull that off. You could definitely pull that off. And you can usually pull it off for like a few days if you really, really are committed to it. And you're prepared.
But then you're down for like a
Also,
month.
carbs helps.
Yeah, then you're down for a long time. Real long time.
Also, bread helps. It helps absorb the alcohol.
Oh, man. Oof, really good Mexican burritos.
Oh, Mexican burritos. So good. I live in LA, right near the border.
You need the beans, you need the rice, you need the cheese, the tortilla. You know, like you eat enough Mexican burritos, you can just keep binge drinking for the rest of your life. You'd be fine. You just can't stop drinking.
And some of like the Mexican breakfast places with like migas or something like that. Perfect hangover food.
Is there a lot of Mexican food to be found in Europe, like places like England? Like, can you get
Mexican food? It's not real Mexican food. It's knockoff Mexican food.
Well, most of the Mexican food in America isn't Mexican food.
Not in California, man. You get some real fucking amigos drinking and making some food.
Sure.
There are some Mexican places in Britain that I've noticed, but they're more often Spanish places, and they're just a fusion of various things. Like there are far more tapas places than there are Mexican places.
I was going to say,
don't
it's more
forget
tapas than
abracadabra.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
forget abracadabra.
What?
Don't forget abracadabra. Well, shitholiest of shithole places to be.
What the hell are you? What the hell are you needle pointing, man?
What are you drawing?
This shit. There's a big fucking hole in it. I have to fix this, but yeah, I'm working on this.
That's cool.
Nice.
Oh no,
It should take
it's a knockoff ninja.
No.
No, that's mine.
I like it. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna eventually do one for you and send it to you, but I just haven't started yet.
Right on. Sweet.
I'm almost finished first year in college, so yay.
Can we see it again? Yeah, put it up to the camera.
Yeah.
That's good.
This is not my best one.
Oh,
It's still really cool though.
Yeah. It's all single thread.
The one thing that I'm really, really jealous of of Europeans having access to is Lebanese food. I've only ever been able to find Lebanese food in New Orleans. I found it. I tasted it. I ate there like almost every goddamn night while I lived in New Orleans, and then I come back to the West Coast. Can't get it anywhere.
There is one. We have one here in LA. There's one in Sun Valley. I've never been there, but now you piqued my interest.
Oh, Lebanese food is
Aren't
amazing.
you from aren't you from Michigan originally?
Who, me? No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, I
my
thought you
my
were.
my father's side of the family all lives in Michigan, but
Well, it's everywhere here. There's,
Really?
Oh God, yeah. We have. Well, I'm Syrian, and
cool.
we actually have the largest population of Middle Eastern people in the world outside of the Middle East.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Dearborn, Michigan.
No wonder why Godsod feels so at home near that area.
That would make sense. Yeah. I need Lebanese food. You know, we got like gyros and Greek food and that kind of thing. Not the same.
Not the same.
Not the damn same.
When I was working overseas,
Jeff.
I went to high school in Central America for 2 years, but aside from that, I haven't actually crossed. I haven't crossed any oceans except to go to Hawaii once when I was really little.
It's a super peculiarism of Americans, it seems, just to stay there. Oh no, you've got a massive country, but
yeah, huge.
Behold the empire of America.
On travel
the
costs,
empire of one country and the rest of the world, I suppose.
I always think how fucking small Ireland is compared to anywhere in America. Just think of Texas. That shit's like 100 times bigger than Ireland.
Oh yeah.
I once drove.
Oh no!
Robot out.
Yeah,
the weird thing is, my state's the size of Japan. California's the size of freaking Japan.
Yeah. It's wild, you know. It's true because America is such a huge, bloated country, and it's geographically it's massive. I drove through Texas once in one day, and that was hell. It was hell. It was absolute torture. And you know, most of it is when you go on the west side, most of it is just emptiness, nothingness, just for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles.
I did that once, and my idiot friend driver ran over a dead skunk. Lived with us for the next 300 miles.
Oh no!
I so want to visit Texas.
Even in an open-top car, it was extraordinary.
Yeah.
I got a care package from a buddy out in Texas, so I've just been enjoying a lot of American cuisine, as best you could put it. I tried my first ever Slim Jim.
Mm-hmm.
American
Actually, not bad. So I'm determined to go and visit Texas.
He sent you a Slim Jim?
Yeah, she sent me Slim Jims, some proper jerky, various sweets and things. I sent a package off at the same time I sent to you. I sent one to a buddy in Texas, Kentucky, and Australia.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Just kind of exchange sweets and snacks. But I sent off like a 1 pound vodka.
Oh,
got,
how
like
to describe
9
Slim
pounds
Jim?
back.
Yeah, so like jerky, you know, dried smoked meat, that sort of thing. There's that. Slim Jim is kind of like the uber processed, you know, widely produced commercial version of jerky, and
In stick form.
In stick form, and
This is what they sell in garages and petrol.
Yeah, gas stations.
Yeah, you'll buy in a gas station is where you'd get a bunch.
Yeah, it was kind of revenge, I think, because I sent them, and Red and Badge will probably get this one, but I sent them a pack of Victory V's, which are just like British sweets, but they're cruel. They're like an old medicine, and they have the texture and look of a dog biscuit. They're still artificially flavored to taste like ether. So if you've ever tasted ether,
And I have, but you know.
so yeah, it's kind of revenge for that.
Well, do people actually buy these things if they're so disgusting?
They're herbal medicine if you feel sick. They're like what you would buy when you can't taste anything because you've got a cold or the flu, and you would just.
Okay.
They're like I don't know if the States has them, like Fisherman's Friend.
Yeah.
If you've seen those
Have
imported.
you heard of salty licorice?
I
It's
haven't.
it's a Scandinavian thing, and it's like black licorice with like ammonia salt on it,
Oh,
and it's supposed to be
I've
just
heard
like
of that.
the worst thing ever.
See, I thought I'd feel the same way because I tried the salted caramels before, and I thought, oh god, these are disgusting, huge grains of sea salt, but they're actually goddamn delicious.
No, those are amazing, but that's
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
regular salt, not like bitter, horrible ammonia.
that's so.
Hey
wild.
Jeff.
Yeah.
In your last mailbag stream, you got a bunch of bars called penguin bars, and I was killing myself. I was like, "Oh my god, read the joke on the back of it. That's the whole point of penguin bars."
Oh, they're jokes.
You missed it. There's jokes
I sent
always
them to you
on
on
the
purpose.
back. there's always a joke on the back related to penguins, and they're garbage. They're the worst jokes ever.
It's worrying that someone gets
Laugh at them
paid.
because they're just so bad.
For the last box of candies that we just got.
Yes, read some penguin bear jokes. Yay!
Oh, Jesus. It worries me that someone actually gets paid to write those.
I'm glad I brought this up.
They still do the mint and the orange ones. I haven't seen those for ages, or have they stopped doing them?
It was the regular ones. I found them in Tesco.
Yeah.
Because they've tried Tim Tams, I thought, well, penguins are like Tim Tams, but bigger and better. Screw you, Australians.
Penguins are awesome. Ah, penguins are awesome.
Yeah, they are a classic. Also,
I've
sorry,
never
I've got
had
the
a Tim Tam though.
stream kicking in here.
So, have you had a Tim Tam, Steve?
Yeah.
So there is a difference.
Yeah. The Tim Tams are smaller, less chocolate on the outside, basically. But
Because
the
I get so excited.
biscuit's
Australians
slightly
take
grainier.
well into promoting them as a.
Now, so I'm going to be coming to Australia in like a month, and my professors that I'm going with through school, they told us that they had us do a thing called the Tim Tam Slam. Is that really a thing in Australia?
I've heard
like
it is.
drinking a drink through a Tim Tam or something.
Yeah, you drink
because they're a
through
lot
the Tim
grainier
Tam.
and airier. You can get away with it.
Okay, let's see if I ate all the penguin bars already.
Wouldn't blame you.
I'm amazed you have any of that left. The other package that I sent out has been completely destroyed. All three of them have all been eaten.
Yeah, I think I ate all the penguin ones. I still got a Freddo.
Oh, you need to try that. That's
Freddo,
real.
I love those.
Freddo are good. Good.
That's what Cadbury tastes like over here. That's how Cadbury chocolate is supposed to taste, not the horrible crap. crap.
And by the way,
Australia has remarketed Freddo as a koala.
by the way, a Flapjack is not an oatmeal bar. It's they're pancakes. They're not oatmeal bars.
Oh my god! Oh, wow.
Pepe.
These are really
Yeah,
good.
that's what it's supposed to taste like.
That's incredibly good chocolate.
They're your wells, so.
Wow, yummy. Dig that shit. Yeah, why don't our Cadbury's Cadbury candies taste like that? That's ridiculous.
Because they're made by Kraft, and Kraft are garbage.
In the UK, it's generally understood that American chocolate tastes like spit and twigs.
Not all of it.
Because
Not
it's
all.
all like Kraft, corn syrup supplemented.
Well, there's
True,
also,
but
And you've
There's like
recently
people-
bought Cadbury's to destroy it for the world, which is annoyed many people.
But if you're making a chocolate for America, you have to make a single chocolate bar that can withstand the temperature of Texas and the temperature of like Michigan or Minneapolis or like those kind of
Alaska.
places as well.
no.
And there aren't many real chocolate bars that will stand that kind of variance without
Oh my
separating
God.
into sugar granules or just turning into liquid.
No, but the opposite has happened is that they've bought us and have made horrible chocolate over here.
And now we're gonna.
They've
and
closed our chocolate factories. It's
And next
you
we're
know, it's
acquiring-
really horrendous.
Yeah.
We're gonna buy
Put a
you
bunch
lines
of people
out.
out.
You're gonna become part of us.
We live in your armpit. It's very, very uncomfortable.
and Ireland's in the middle. Sitting there.
Also, Jeff, now you see why
technological-
the stereotype of British people's teeth comes about. With sweets like that, can you really blame us for eating a bunch of them?
Oh, I can totally understand now. Oh my god, it makes perfect sense now. Holy shit! God damn. I want to eat more. God damn it!
You've been corrupted,
This is my
Jeff.
plan all along. Get you fat.
Get him some Reese's peanut butter cups to stabilize him.
Oh, no, I had Butterfingers and Baby Ruths, and I really don't like peanut, I gotta say.
I got
No.
meanies. I have
Dude.
meanies. Do you have these
Meanies?
in America?
No, I don't think we do.
I haven't seen
They're
them.
fucking great.
I have Gillian chocolate seashells.
Ooh, those are
I love
Gosh,
those
that's
things.
super posh.
Amazing.
Thug life, right here.
That's very Marks and Spencer's.
I'm sitting in my office. I have nothing. I've got this healthy glass of water. So
I have Orchard tea.
It's no way to live.
I'm gonna drink this Windex right here.
are
Actually, Jeff, you can answer this one. Do you have Jaffa cakes in America? I wasn't sure of that.
Oh, boy,
can
Jaffa
get
cakes,
them.
boy!
You can get Jaffa cakes, but they're pretty hard to find.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So just an import thing.
There was a massive legal case around Jaffa cakes, whether it was a biscuit or cookie or a cake. And they defined it ultimately on whether it hardened or softened in the
So what they end up?
staleness process.
Hardened
The
and
correct answer is
softened?
neither,
Oh
because
my.
those things are so full of preservatives they don't change.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm surprised Mentos didn't have those raspberry ruffles away. I thought coconut was her bag.
There's a
Coconut is
candy
a
you
bag.
can get in the UK. I can't, but it's banned in America. I don't remember what it is. It's like a
That's
chocolate
bad.
egg with a
Kinder Egg.
Oh, Kinder Egg. The
Kinder
Kinder
Egg.
Egg.
Yes, we can't get them here. Like they were sold here, and then like some kid choked on it or something, and now they're banned in America.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
when I
a rule
was-
that you can't put toys inside of candy or food in America.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was a big thing. That was banned.
When I was working
I
over,
I just found that really weird that you can't get Kinder Eggs in America.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when I was
But
working
these things are
overseas
literally
and I
like-
would fly home, I would stop in duty free every time and stock up on like as many Kinder Eggs as they could legally sell me. And send them home, and that would last me through my days off until I had to fly back.
As a legitimate question, who managed to swallow the inside of one of those Kinder Eggs? Because these things aren't small. These things are like, a few inches round.
Yep.
Right.
What for,
A little
what for
kid.
drug?
Also, who was eating a Kinder Egg in one bite?
You're happy.
A smart person.
The advice of my attorney, I choose not to answer that question.
So I thought Steve was saying like that's where they put the drugs in the Kinder Egg.
Oh, that's how you smuggle
Widget.
drugs, man. Yeah, I didn't realize these raspberry truffle things have coconut in them too. These are really good.
Hey man, you want
That's
to?
one of history.
Oh,
I don't
also,
think she's tried them.
I really want some chocolate now.
you need to get her to try those, because that's why I put them in there. That and the chocolate coconut mushrooms. By the way, speaking of chocolates, you guys have, I think you guys can get cream eggs, but ding, you see the Easter Bunny got a story written about him. I just posted the Hangouts. You should definitely check that out.
Let's see. Oh, that's a good one. That's a great title for a fucking article.
It's gotta be the Sun or the Mail, something
Yeah.
like that. I think Sun.
British
in fact,
newspapers are crazy for that shit. It's amazing.
There we go.
You're what's the American one that's
I stuck
Italy?
9 cream eggs up me bum.
Easter world record.
Yeah, it's a world record.
What's the American tabloid that's quite famous?
The
They
National
use-
Enquirer.
Weekly
Inquirer,
World News.
yeah.
Weekly World News is the one with the Bat Boy. That one's
Check
pretty
that
amazing.
out.
My brother took a. We were on Splash Mountain at McDonald's at Disneyland, and my brother took a photo that looked just like Bat Boy. So my dad wanted to actually Photoshop his head over Bat Boy.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
Like,
I love that kind of stuff. It's pretty amazing.
and Alex Jones.
See, that's the thing. Like, our tabloids in America are completely fabricated. Like, they're
Yeah,
completely.
it's a comic, isn't it? It's known as a comic and read as a comic.
Yeah, nobody takes it serious, but we also have things like the Examiner or the Sun, where it's like Brad Pitt is suffering from cancer, and there's no evidence for it. It's just manufactures. It's made up stuff.
It's fake.
Yeah,
No,
it's just
it's
gossip.
fake news.
But then you guys have like the Mail, and the Mail
And the
is
Sun.
fucking terrible, and people take it
Call it
serious, don't
They
they?
fail for a reason, Jeff.
No,
They call it Daily
nobody
Mail for a
takes the
reason.
Daily Mail seriously, except
Nobody
people
takes
who
it-
already
Oh,
believe
no, that's
what's
not-
written in the
no,
Daily
There's a
Mail.
bunch of people. Much of suburbia reads the Mail.
Yeah, it's more the Independent. The Independent is like the Mail for middle class people, basically. It has all the same kind of garbage crap in it, but it's slightly more well-rounded, presents itself slightly better.
Oh,
Oh, so it's like the New York Post.
Yeah, kind of. Slightly less artsy than that, but yeah, like just as liberal. I say liberal, yeah, lefty, I should say.
fries, chocolate, cream.
Oh, that's dark chocolate with interesting filling.
Interesting thing. Oh my.
Jeff has 72 hours to live before the penguin kicks in.
Oh my god.
That pleasure face. Oh.
And the only cure is a penguin joke.
I ate all the penguins. They're all gone.
It's on the
Yeah,
wrapper.
that's a joke.
No wonder penguins
I
are
don't
an
know
endangered species.
Up, Jeff.
I suck. I don't get penguin jokes. My bad. Oh Jesus. This is really good.
All faith in the garden.
What's that?
I was trying to do my bad. I was trying to do a bad Irish accent. Oh, Faith in McGorum. You fucking need the penguin.
Oh god, what's called the other week I was in a stream, or I was in an after hours stream where I tried to get into a stream that Kraut was in, but he fucked off before I arrived. So I just spent fucking 6 hours talking to some Yanks, and eventually they just decided that I'm Jacksepticeye because I'm Irish, and my fucking avatar has. And my avatar has green hair, and no, he's a national disgrace. That guy.
You guys don't like Jacksepticeye over there?
I don't like Jacksepticeye.
He sold out to the Brits, am I right?
I heard his voice once, and I was just like, no, take it off.
You mentioned Kraut and tea.
Kraut and tea.
I can't do Kraut. I can only do the Nazi German. Oh, hello there.
Amazes me.
Come to camp. We will give you a nice shower and take you to the
If you are
oven.
going to make an article this irresponsible.
That was pretty good.
But I don't think Kraut is. I mean, he's not a natural English speaker, but he has this very peculiar, quite posh English accent, doesn't he?
He's like spent time in England, so he's got like a German.
Well, his father is English, I think.
Mm-hmm. His father's English.
Oh,
Sounds like his father was educated in Oxford by the sound of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has that Oxford accent.
I think he was raised from birth to be bilingual. So.
Yeah, I know. People
That's the way to go. Absolutely.
Raised by birth to be Ubermensch.
I keep to be bilingual.
He's not blonde enough to be Uberman.
Yeah. Bilingual is such an incredible advantage to be bilingual. I
you
really
have to tune in very early with kids.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to learn German right now, and it is so difficult for me to retain anything.
I'm partially bilingual only because I grew up in LA, and that's you have to learn Spanish to kind of survive.
Mm-hmm.
So I can
in Ireland we're taught a dead language.
Gaelic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got Cornish right nearby us, so you know.
Where are you based, Steve?
Down in the southwest.
Well, I'm in Bristol, but I'm from
basically around
Barnstable,
Bristol
so I'm
area.
super southwest. But
It's basically the only city in the
Family lives
southwest.
Yeah, southwest, not too far from where you are.
It's the reason that the pirates in the movies always have those terrible accents with all the R's and stuff. It's because most of them came from like Cornwall, Devon, all in the southwest.
Yeah.
So the southwesty accent is like the pirate accent.
By the way, if you hear any clicking, it's me working on the script for my next book review.
I've got a pen in my hand right here.
Oh no!
Lacey, calm down, Lacey.
Trigger Blair. Trigger
Oh,
Blair.
wait, let me do the Lacey. Wait, I need to do the Lacey cam.
There you go.
Classic MySpace angle. Love it.
Worked
hey,
for
Ray,
me.
I'm a bit disturbed because I'm looking at your wall and your light fitting, and I can't help but think of Community and the fact you've got a big anus on your wall.
Wait, what? Mine.
It's a flower. It's a flower. I've had it for. I think my mum bought it for me when I was like.
Oh my god! You killed Patrick Starr.
I got one. My sister got one, and my brother got like a ladybird thing that surprisingly never went up on his wall. But it goes pink when I plug it in and turn it on. So, but yeah,
it's a flat pussy hat.
I don't want my main light on.
Yeah,
I'll just
for sure.
turn
No, that's
that one
cool
on.
looking.
Pink.
Yeah, you're just catching that point in Britain where the sun's going down. So through the stream, if you flick back to the start, you'll see we're all sat in the light, and now it's kind of dark.
Mm-hmm.
You're all Sith Lords, hence why the Empire's British.
Do you guys have the? We've just sort of moved forward now. Did you do that? Oh,
The what?
No, daylight
Daylight
savings time.
savings, yeah, America still has
Yeah.
it. Different states have different rules. Some don't have it at all.
Like
I'm so glad my phone does
Arizona.
that automatically now because
Yeah, I think Arizona's the only one.
That took
Arizona's-
1 hour away from my weekend, and that annoyed me.
Oh, you talking about daylight savings time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pain in the ass.
I don't know why you don't
Yeah.
just use ours. I mean, we freaking invented time. It's based here.
It's true.
Yeah, we
It's true.
invented railroad time still.
Irish
But we
invented
invented
whiskey.
railroads, basically.
Irish invented whiskey. it was either
wins.
the Irish or the Scottish.
No,
but,
it was
Scottish were, but the Scottish were Irish. They
Yeah,
just
I
wanted
think-
to go
yeah.
to somewhere else that was more rainy.
Because Ireland colonized Scotland, and then that's why they're trying to help out Ireland get free with Robert the Bruce. He like tried to make his brother the king of High
I
King.
need to
of,
learn more fucking Irish fucking language. Not language. I know.
yeah, but
It
he
just
but he
what
wanted
does it help?
but he
for any of the-
wanted to help Ireland get free of England during that time. He was going to install his brother as the High King of Ireland.
I don't know that.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just,
I can just
Low
remembering
Kings of
Game of
Ireland?
Thrones or something.
oh yeah, of course. It's the turn of the hour. He's
There's a
disappearing.
dude- there was a guy in the town that I live in. I don't really care if people find out where I'm from because I'm moving soon. And there was a guy back in the day.
Can we
called
guess?
Fucking,
Yeah.
yeah, call guess.
Donegal.
No.
I don't
Kerry.
know.
Wrong.
I don't know any Irish cities
What?
except for Dublin and Glasgow. Or is it? Sorry.
Glasgow.
Glasgow's
Wrong
Scotland.
again.
I,
Close enough.
I'm sorry. I'm
Dude's
sorry.
name was Longbow. That shit's fucking hype. Longbow was his fucking name.
I would say Belfast, not Glasgow.
Yeah. Just as a friendly point, by the way, for any Americans that ever want to say Ireland, just put an O sound in the front of it and change the A to an E. You just go with Ireland and you'll be fine.
or
Ireland.
Well, but here's the problem with that. I live in Texas, where oil is pronounced "ol."
I got some oil.
So
If you ever want to speak Irish, just get drunk and speak really fast. That's what I'm doing right now.
All right.
well, if you ever want to do anything Irish, just get drunk. I mean, that's.
I wanted to fuck her cunt. When she wanted me to fuck her cunt, we could fuck a fucking cunt. Well, fuck her.
I just add a couple of your mans in there as well, just for the sake of it.
Oh, you know you won, like, Jesus, fucking, she won't even get up, like. Yeah, that's how you speak Irish.
And then the priest fucked
Yep.
me in the ass, and I'm like, what the fuck, priest?
Yeah, that's
You
fun.
love listening to Irish people talk, and it's just like, I was talking to your man about your man the other day, and your man walked in, and it's just like, oh shit, who are you talking about? Is it these one?
Shit, the British know. They know. They've deciphered the Enigma code.
Yeah, they exist. They exist on a
Ireland.
level above human language.
If there's ever another world war, it's kind of like how the Americans used Navajos as code talkers. We'll just use the Irish.
Honestly, all I hope is that fucking Ireland stays neutral. I don't want none of your shit.
What are you talking about?
Well,
You're
you
going to
can
be
always
the
use
forward
the
base for
Spanish,
the
too.
European Union.
You
Oh, God,
you
yeah, we
are
are.
pretty
They're gonna-
neutral for the most part, aren't you?
know,
Yeah.
Scotland, like,
Yeah.
leaves England or Britain, you guys should just become one big Celtia. Like, become a super Celtic state.
No, we don't
Yes.
want them.
Except, you know, it's
Scotland
not
wants
hate
to
the
leave.
Irish.
You could
England,
fucking suck
they
my
should just-
cock.
If Scotland wants to leave, they should just petition for the English to vote on their staying in, and the English will go, "Fuck off, Scotland." They would.
United Kingdom.
Just 'cause the English,
United
we
Kingdom
are
of Era.
dicks, and we would do that. We would say we would vote Scotland out immediately.
Yep. Get out, you Scotch egg eating,
I guess
iron brew drinking northern sissies.
We would, however silly it is, we would go.
Adrian, Adrian's wall hiding behind him. Bastards.
you're far more
Shit,
Latin
the only
than
reason we
South.
didn't conquer it is because there's nothing up there worth taking.
It's
Well,
good
we
for-
did conquer it, and then we went, "Oh, good lord!"
All
There's
they have
also-
up there is is beards and gingers.
Hey, gingers are awesome. They just do female gingers.
I just realized my driver's license is expired.
Oh no!
That reminds me, I need to
It's for life in the UK.
Let me guess, Jeff.
Your driver's license can't expire if you don't have one.
Yeah,
it means you
it
can
may
drive
be,
at 90 and run over people. It's not cool.
yeah, it may be for life in the UK, but you still have to get a new one every 10 years with a new picture, unless you're old enough to have a paper one.
I am old enough to have a paper one.
Jeez.
My mum's got a paper one. It's really weird. It doesn't actually have the same as everybody else. It's really strange.
I just realized, wasn't your hair like red when the stream started?
In my hair.
Yeah, the sun's gone down.
Yeah.
I was going to say, no, my hair's never been red.
It was the sun.
It used to be blue. No.
That sounds like a story.
I know, not my hair.
A woman called Red doesn't have red hair.
I want my money back.
Wait, she should be asking for her money back from you, just to say.
Oh, I get it.
That's alright. I'm nice enough. You can keep it.
All I'm saying, Jeff, is people in glass houses shouldn't have your face.
There's too many people of either who are or are of British descent in the stream.
No, it's great. I love it. That's one of the reasons why I always try and.
It's become so Anglo.
It's because he's one of the few Americans that doesn't go like full America, doesn't go full patriotism or full libertarian crazy.
Right. It's one of the reasons why I try and pick this time, because it's a lot easier for people over in Europe to get into it. It doesn't make it very easy for Australians, though.
Yeah, well, I was going to blow off my buddy and hang out tonight. I was going to go and hang out with him, but I thought, oh god, Jeff's doing a hangout, so I got to blow him off and come on Earth instead. Give him shit for not assembling that mini yet.
That's true.
Logic.
Yep, need to go and get some super glue. That's for sure.
Get him fat. Keep eating mean. You still got that box next to you. There's more stuff to eat in there.
I'm having a brief. I ate half this one, and I'm feeling really guilty.
That's
so you say the other half?
Party. I think he's
it's the after chocolate.
Penguin will be disagreeable.
Nah.
Why would the penguin be disagreeable though?
Just because it's 4,000 miles away.
True.
Do you think your gut is adjusted to British cuisine?
I think so. I ate the shit
Your
out of it.
cuisine is bland. You don't have enough hot sauce on it.
I'm not really trying to define a penguin as British cuisine, but
right. But people do make that claim though that British food is very bland. Do you guys find that it's bland?
You guys overcook your meats, man. You gotta long, low and slow.
The only problem you've got
at this point, the average British dish
like
is an Indian curry. So
yeah, well, that's the problem you've got. Is the last 300, 500, 700 years of Balkan fusion culture. The only British recipes are like ye olde medieval times. Stuff like bread sauce is one of the oldest recipes, but it's bread sauce.
Right.
What is bread sauce?
What about
I still love myself some shepherd's pie.
Bread sauce is like a white, thick sauce you have with roast dinners. Which is another classic British one, like roast dinners, of course. You just get meat and you roast it with vegetables.
Sounds good.
The Anglo countries are losing their culture.
Yeah.
Who's losing their culture?
Anglo culture, because America's kind of an Anglo thing.
You're kind of like our idiot cousin. Culturally, although you are amazing and brilliant, have subsequently invented everything.
We got to the moon.
I know, exactly. Splendid, well done.
You say culturally.
I think you were great.
The moon landing was done in Hollywood.
The soundstage. It's just a soundstage, man. Absolutely.
You say cultured, but let's be honest, the difference between America and a yogurt is if you leave a yogurt alone for 700 years, it will develop a culture.
That didn't come off a penguin joke.
Shit.
Bravo.
I think I do remember a penguin joke or two.
Oh, fuck. That was good.
You know who doesn't really have culture? Fucking New York, because they always bitch about everywhere else they go not having culture. You got no good pizza, no bagels. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You don't like here, go back there and stop bitching.
That's the New York culture. The New York culture is one of hatred. They hate everything. That's their culture. That's why they don't have one.
They love New York, and they love New Yorkers. They don't like
Except
anybody
when they're
else.
there.
Yeah, then they just bitch about it a lot. But as soon as they
Dale
leave,
Carnegie wrote the very famous book How to Make Friends and
influence people.
How to win friends and influence people.
And there's a guy over here. He's a journalist who I think they've made it into a film, but it's How to Lose Friends and Alienate People by Toby Young. He's kind of a conservative and a bit of a dick.
So you're right, the SJW
and they even made a film about it, I think.
Just be autistic.
There is a movie.
Yeah, that movie was a few years ago. I think I remember.
Why did everyone go on the internet from calling everyone a tard to calling everyone autistic? When did that happen?
I think people online started getting massively overdiagnosed with autism, and then every socially awkward person was autistic, self-diagnosed.
I'm just pissed because I am autistic. I'm legitimately autistic. I'm like, stop taking my disability.
That's a hard word. You can't use that word.
Yeah. Wait, Dragon. You say, what do you mean you're genuinely autistic?
I was diagnosed with.
You've had a clinical thing.
Yes, I am clinically diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, which has now been re-diagnosed, which has been re-changed based on the DSM as high-functioning autistic.
Right. They changed. One of the issues that we've had with the whole autism conversation is because the DSM changed, and the new version basically puts fucking everything under the umbrella of autism. Whereas before you'd have like Asperger's was specifically Asperger's, and autism was reserved for profound autism. But now it's like
no. You had different types of autism. You had Asperger's, then you had then you had high functioning, and then you had low functioning.
Sure, but I mean, when the latest DSM came out, like the definitions got extremely broad.
DSM is a medical definition, is that right?
Yeah, the DSM is the diagnostics and fuck.
I went to school
Diagnostic and Statistical Manual.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah,
I actually went to school I went to a special ed school, and it was funny because we actually had school set up. We had all the autists, all the high functioning autistics, people with Tourette's, and managed schizophrenia up front because we were the more photogenic ones. We're not the ones who have, donors are coming. We're not going to drool on their fucking clothes and shit our pants.
Yeah, I mean,
so Dragon, what are your triggers?
Idiots and double standards. I get pissed off anytime I see a double standard. I demand
sounds, lights, patterns, anything like that.
Any kind of metal scraping on anything. So metal on concrete really sets me off.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean though? Set you off? I mean,
it gives me like chills.
No,
not that kind of trigger. I literally my skin crawls, and I literally will stick my hands over my ears to try to drown it out.
Yeah, it's too much for you. I've known people that have that with balloons, and they will go towards the balloon and basically destroy it. And if you stand in their way, they'll push you out of the way because it's something horrible to them. They need to get rid of it or remove themselves.
You'd have a lot of trouble living where I do because there's always construction going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem
is it isn't always easy, but it's not a disability as far as the diagnosis is concerned. So
it's a learning disability for the most part. It's
developmental disorder.
Yeah, it's a disorder. I have trouble with I stutter. I have trouble dealing with social things. I used to have trouble with understanding social cues. Hence why that's why I started doing YouTube. It was part of my way of getting it's personal therapy. I'm trying to get over the problem of feeling awkward. So
you can work yourself out of most of it, or at least not work yourself out. You can't ever learn the skills that aren't innate, but there are plenty of good books.
I saw that.
Games people play.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a book on transactional analysis, and I do highly recommend it.
Right on.
Who wrote it?
Eric Byrne, MD.
Is there an Audible for that? Because I like to listen to a lot of stuff I'm writing.
The Psychology of Human Relationships. This is somewhat of an old one, but it's the basic of transactional analysis, the whole parent-adult-child interactions, and the concept of a stroke in terms of, interacting with people. that people are out to get some kind of reaction, basically.
I actually had
positive or negative.
Yeah, I had actually quite a bit of structure when I was younger because that's supposed to help me out with my disorder.
Yeah, and you can also learn a lot of body language in terms of it may not come naturally to you, but you can learn what it.
In fact, I'm more conscious of it than most people. I'm looking at people like most people kind of just go they know it, but I think there might be more. I'm more analytical about it.
Which is really tiring because you have to have it on constantly. You have to always be concentrating on it and putting effort into understanding other people to come across right.
Actually, it's funny when I was reading. What was it? It was either document. It was one document. It was Greatest Show on Earth or God. When he was talking about the economy of the body, and I like to think that part of my brain is slightly larger, my analytical, but my social motor skills and some of those stuff are slightly shrunk as a means to expand my frontal lobe.
What do you mean? I mean, are your motor skills off?
I will trip over my own feet. My handwriting is not so good, despite the fact I'm 28 and I've been writing forever. It looks like a doctor wrote it.
I think most people write like idiots. I don't know anyone who has nice handwriting.
My handwriting is fucking terrible.
Mine is as well.
Right back.
Yeah, I've known people that can, they're in the same hobby as I can, so they paint tiny little miniatures with incredible detail, but they cannot catch.
I have decent handwriting, but most of the people in my classes are at least 6 to 10 years younger than me sometimes.
But it's unique, isn't it? Handwriting is very.
Yeah. I mean, I just write simple cursive, but most people I know can't read it.
I gave up on cursive a long time ago.
Derek, you got a hat, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So Derek has seen my handwriting, and it's fucking.
Oh, show Jeff's message if you can, or a little bit.
I got your hat right here.
No, well, the hat's not bad.
Super nice.
I very carefully, but the letter that I include in them, I try and handwrite it.
Dr. Holiday.
Oh man,
hey Jeff, if I give you $100,
don't show the whole
my channel and send me a hat.
But penmanship's only become a major thing in like the last couple decades because before we were all connected, things were also separated. There were spelling errors were way more common, and I mean people learned different ways of penmanship. Up until recently, where we started standardizing everything.
Yeah, like leave the U out of words like color and armor. They're not needed. They're unnecessary.
Yes, they are.
No.
And all the British people get pissed off.
No, you didn't say the trigger word aluminium.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you ever want to trigger a British
our
person,
language,
just hit them with that.
We made it better. We're better. We're bigger.
No, you've just
How did you
idiots.
We made it more elegant. We simplified it. We made it more streamlined. So no U's. All the S words that like civilization have Z's in them.
No.
So much.
Unacceptable.
So much.
I kind of like adding the U's in it. It just kind of makes the word look a little bit more fancy.
Almost skeptic.
Well,
but it's not about pronunciation. Spelling is different from that. But
God, English.
That's
Please go ahead.
That's another tip for speaking Irish. Don't enunciate.
Yeah. One could certainly make the argument that the U's help with pronunciation, but we have so many borrowed or stolen words from different languages that it's near impossible to know what the pronunciation of any English word is because it's wherever we've stolen it from. Which I saw in
but we're a sponge, but we're a proud sponge. It's
the language facilitates it. The language lets you take other words and use them, and due to the nature of the grammar and the context, you can tell what they're talking about.
Terry Pratchett announces it very well in his books.
Yeah,
he died a couple years. He died last year, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, because I read his last book. I was reading a book series called The Long Earth, and the last book came out right after he died. But luckily, they got it all taken care of.
Right, that's good.
That was a good book, though.
There's one English word though, and I still can't get over it. I have to pronounce it the American way, no matter what. It's aluminum.
Yes,
Aluminium.
No.
I know.
Aluminum.
Nope, aluminum.
I know. I love the way aluminium sounds. Like that
But
sounds.
it's not
sounds better.
methane. It's not It's not methane. It's methane. You
But
don't.
I can't help it. I have to say aluminum just because like that's what I was taught.
Yeah, but you didn't
chemistry
change all
class.
the other materials that end inium. They're all still inium. They're not ium now. You didn't shorten any of the other ones. Just
Uranium.
aluminium.
Wrong. Uranium.
That's true.
Cadmium. I can't think of it. Something other fuckium.
Cadmium. I mean, that's pretty close. But there's still like
You
an
kind of
I in
feel
there.
like a British person. Maybe that's okay every time you say it in that way.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just aluminium sounds better, but aluminum is just it's more comfortable.
By
I
the
don't
way,
know why.
it's not
But you're
methane. It's methane because you don't do crystal meth.
Jeff, just out of curiosity, can you say condominium for me? Not condiment.
Condominium?
Yeah, there you go. So you still put the inium on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they changed aluminium to aluminum. I don't understand that.
Because you've just always got to be special,
How
don't
about
you?
condominium?
I reckon that when they were writing it down, they just spelled it wrong. They thought, fuck it, we'll go with that. You know,
That's probably what happened.
There
Yeah,
aren't
that's
many
probably what
words where we differentiate, to be honest. Although, like, Jaguar is one. We would say Jaguar, and they say Jaguar. But I have learned that
Jaguar,
the Americans are right, because it's
Because
Native American word or something.
No. Isn't it an Incan word or Aztec word or because I think that's where it came from originally.
It's some over your direction word.
Yes.
Which word?
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
We say
Jeff, can you say
I can't even remember
BETA?
how I say it myself now.
Beta?
Jaguar.
Ah, there you go. See, that's the American way of saying it.
Or you say beta?
Do you guys say beta?
It's beta because the Greek pronunciation is vita.
Oh, that makes
interesting.
sense.
So ours is closer, but still not right. Greek is. with
And
a
we also
V
say
sound at the start.
data when you say
We
data.
say,
or
no, we say
some
both.
bullshit.
We both say both.
I don't say data.
I say data or
Yeah,
data.
yeah,
I think-
that's one that significantly varies.
It depends on if I'm talking about Star Trek.
Yeah, I think Star Trek actually probably changed that for a lot of Americans.
Oh my gosh, I hadn't even thought about that, but yeah.
Mr. Data.
They were, show me the data on that, but now it's show me the data.
Yeah, if you say
What
data,
do
you
you
sound a
say?
little pretentious.
Data. Show me the data.
But it's not even pretentious, it's just American.
Yeah, I don't think most people say that anymore. Data.
If you really want to sound pretentious, remind
I
people
know that they do
that
in
data
Australia,
is
I work-
plural.
Oh.
Ooh.
Data is plural.
hmm
Wait, explain that, Brian. Come on, give us some story.
Data is
What's
the
this?
plural of datum.
Datum. I know that word. Datum is also used as a thing for when you're doing a like they talk about the datum. They talk about the Martian datum, which would be the sea level on Mars.
Right.
What were you going to
like,
say, Reg?
Datum is a single point.
I was
They
going to say, I know
still
they
say
say data in Australia because I work with an Australian woman and we work with databases and she always says database and we always take the piss out of her for it. But it's
Database.
but
We could
it's,
say
it's,
No,
but everybody
data
else
is your
says
terrible
data.
language.
It's data.
yeah, we
So
do.
I think that they
Did you call him Mr. Data?
Yeah, I think that is something that we tend to do. Is like Americans will say data, but then if it's instead of a database, people call it a database. Yeah,
Database, yeah.
yeah. It's weird.
Also, IT staff represent.
At least I do anyway.
It's wild.
It's almost as though consistency is not something that America is very good at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That much is definitely obvious.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it's a lot of it. I think it's just because America is such a mishmash of so many cultures. It just ends up making this big, unholy, god awful mess. We're used to it. We're totally used to it. But...
Yeah, I'm honestly amazed you managed to get the French colonies to stop using the "use" in words.
Yeah. Which ones?
That's the French colonies, all the deep south, those kind of places. I'm surprised you got them to stop putting "use" in words
Well,
like
they have
colour.
expunged the French, the French, haven't they? I mean, but Canada, though, gosh.
No. We have
sort of
Quebec.
What
a bunch of spiky people there are there.
Louisiana
Yeah.
Louisiana
I know.
actually not only is there still a huge French presence in
There's the French
Louisiana.
Quarter.
Well, there's the French Quarter too. French Creole as an actual nationality, and then there's what's really interesting too is you know how every state has its own distinct laws. You know the laws will differ from state to state. Louisiana is the only state in the American Union that has an entirely different legal system.
It's
completely
French,
different.
right?
Because it's all based off, everything else is based off of English law, but Louisiana is still based off of French law, and that also especially plays in part when you're talking about property ownership.
Yep.
So it's wildly fucking different. Wildly, like they don't have counties, they have parishes still.
Oh yeah, I heard that one because they're freaking. Because it's a Catholic thing.
Yeah, basically. And it's weird. It's really
I also
super weird.
learned that Louisiana, well, they don't do it anymore, but the way that they laid out their plots of land for the farmers, they did really long strips along the river, so the farmers would have riverland, mainland, and then high ground, and that's kind of how it was. And it's starting to change now that it's been so many years since the French have actually controlled it. But you can look and you can actually see housing areas and the land people control. It's long strips, far longer than what you would normally.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
Absolutely.
If you really want to see where it's messed up, go look at East Texas, where everything goes back to the original like Spanish land surveys. It is fucked.
It's fucking crazy. It's really
Brian,
wild.
I love your video feed. I want you to do some Office Space shit now.
No, every time my door opens, I gotta mute it and just in case my boss
Shouldn't you be
decides
working?
to just make a cameo.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's funny.
I need to bring you to bring those TPS reports and have them done by Sunday.
That film was made 18 years ago. It's a 1999 film.
It's still good.
It's still good.
It's amazing. It's absolutely perfect in terms of how people work and live.
Yeah.
But the other movie from the mid '90s that is still absolutely perfect for what's going on today is PCU.
Oh yeah.
PCU. What's that?
PCU. It's got Jeremy Piven and David Spade and Jon Favreau, and it's all about an overly politically correct university.
Ooh.
Heard about it, never seen it.
It is one of the funniest movies you'll ever watch.
Can you post the link in the thing?
Just write what's
I've
called.
never heard of it.
If you want to write a good
PCU and
script,
Wikipedia.
if you want to write a good script, just think of a hypothetical situation that's got to do with politics or social norms and write it. And then 100 years in the future, they'll be like, oh, that guy knew his shit. When you just were writing about people really like penguin bars or something. Huh?
The future is being invented now with as far as social media is concerned.
No, the good one was Idiocracy. That one just called it like how fucking people do.
You know,
I've done anything recently.
I think the one that the one that I'm actually afraid of, I'm not really afraid of Idiocracy, not really. The one I am actually really afraid of is Demolition Man.
Yes.
Demolition Man.
Yes.
Well, because there's sex helmets. Don't be afraid of them.
I didn't realize this until I watched the Red Letter Media's review episode of it. But the thing that's so fucking scary about that movie is the entire thing is a society where nobody's allowed to offend each other, and everybody's fucking polite.
And then you have the underground. You have the underground who basically are like, it's like the shit lords versus Tumblr.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, Jeff, we get to eat rats. It's okay, we get to eat rats.
All right. Mellow greetings, citizens. What happens to be your boggle? Anyway, we're gonna go offline. So for everybody who's watching us out there, thanks for taking the time to hang with us. We're gonna go talk about all the hush hush things that we can't talk about in life. So we'll see you guys next time, and I'm gonna keep hanging out with you dudes.
More erotica.
Rats.
Yeah.
Yes, more